Welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video with Blazing Corp. We are going to be rocking and rolling today. We've got the Shadowkin that just opened up, Faction Wars. We're going to do we're going to do about 70 stages of Doom Tower Hard with the new team that we put together. And if we have time, we will do Hydra Key #1 and see how that goes. All right, let's get to it after the intro. Next. Okay, so we are here. Finally, the Shadowkin have opened up. Finally, we have a chance to go and start getting, some of these extras here. We're gonna have 12 keys, so we're gonna have a bunch of ones. We might get to the twos. Let's see what team we have here. All right, so we've recently added gear to Yoshi the Drunkard. We should have gotten him, fully done up long ago, but because he was a fusion champ a long time ago, but he just didn't really fit in my account. But as always, we made him 50. We didn't get him fully ascended, but I don't think that's gonna matter for the first little bit. Yeah, it shouldn't matter for the first little bit at all, but he does have a ally speed in all battles by 19, so very good aura for this. We got Brogni, we've got Karanu, I think her name is. Ninja, of course, going to be a hard carry for us. And Taragi the Frog, who is the fastest of the bunch. Actually, no. Yoshi's the fastest of the bunch. Well, let's take a look. All right, so Yoshi the Drunkard. We got some skills here. Attacks on enemy, 30% chance of stun. We don't have him booked because we're probably never going to book him. I guess unless we have to when we get to like stage 21. But I'd rather we not have to if we can help it. All right, attacks 2 times at random. Don't like the random. Has a 100% chance on book, but 75% chance now, placing a 50% decrease accuracy and HP burn debuff for 2 turns. Oh, and that's on a 2-turn cooldown. Actually, we might want to book that. Just not right now. Plays a 50% increase attack and 50% increase accuracy buff on all allies for 2 turns. Actually, that is not bad. Also has a 50% chance of placing a true fear debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. That's actually booked up to 75%, so that's not too bad. Has a 100% chance when booked on chances with increase with enemies on increased attack. That was weird. Has a 100% chance when booked instead on enemies under increased attack buffs. 3-turn cooldown. Actually, that's not too bad. Now that you read it a second time, down the line, he's not too bad. Fills his champion's turn meter by 4% every time. An enemy receives a buff. Okay, that's not too bad. I like that. And then this is a great aura. Got 103 speed. Oh, I might as well show you here. All right, so this is what we were able to put on him at 50, not fully ascended, 32,000 on the health, defense 1306, 246 speed, so really fast. So he can cycle his skills. 87 crit rate, 62 crit damage. And a 249 accuracy, just to hopefully land some of those skills. Yeah, not the best build in the world, but good enough to get past these first couple of stages. All right, next up, Burgani. Burenguri. Burgenguri. Oh my goodness, I got that wrong. Alright, so he's fully booked. Attacks when enemy has a 40% chance of placing provoke debuff for 1 turn, so that's cool. A defensive base champion, so that's good as well. Attacks all enemies has a 60% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn. Too bad that's not 100%. 3 turn cooldown. And then places a strengthen buff on all allies for 2 turns. Also places shield buff for 2 turns on all allies with less than 50% HP. The shield buff is equal to 15% of the target's max HP. Okay, that's interesting, but it's got to have less than 50%. Interesting. Heals his champion by 50% of their max HP whenever an ally or enemy dies. Oh, or an enemy dies. Oh, I never read that before. That's cool. Alright, resist in all battles, which we don't need right now. When I build this, I guess we got to get him the 6-star. But I would like this to be in that 50. No, it should be higher. He should be 100,000. He might be the one person I take to 100,000. Even like 70 would be good with 3,000 defense. If I could help it. And then much faster if I can get it as well. This might be one of those cases where I don't put any crit rate on a guy. And then increase his resistance. I might build him much like Melga's Steel Girdle. High HP, high defense, tons of speed, no crit rate or crit damage, and then resistance. Yeah, he is going to have a rekit in his future, now that I've read his kit properly. Alright, Konoru. We've got attacks on enemy, fully booked, has a 50% chance of placing a block debuff for 2 turns. Yeah, of course we're going to need that, so we always need a block buffs. Person attacks 3 times at random, don't like the random, has a 100% chance when booked, which it is, of placing a weakened debuff for 2 turns. 3 turn cooldown, so that's good. And it removes all increased defense buffs from all enemies, then attacks all enemies. Decrease the cooldown of Lay Bear by 1 turn for each enemy killed by this skill. 3 turn cooldown. Decent damage multiplier, I guess. And let's see what her stats are at. So she's running a little tough. Yeah, she's running a little tough on the gear. Okay, she could definitely get killed. We're gonna have to re-kit her. And her health is ridiculously low. At 50. Huh. I wonder what she is at 60. Probably not that high, but ridiculously low right now. I'm actually kind of disappointed. Huh. Alright, we'll go look at that in a second. We got Ninja, he's a beast. Here's his stats. We're working with pretty good stats here for Ninja. This is probably where I'd want like Konoru. Yeah, I think that's her name. This is where I kind of want her at. And then Taragi the Frog, Clan Boss Champion. We've got him built solid. So this is very similar to how I'd want to build Burgni. Yeah, except exchange these two, put this up higher. Okay, so yeah, that's troubling with Konoru. All right, let's get in. Let's see. Shouldn't have any problem sitting these guys down. Yeah, we don't have a reviver in this team. I don't think I have a reviver at all on the Shadowkin. So there will come a point where we're going to stall out. Probably not today, but there will come a point where we're going to stall out in terms of getting 3 stars. Just because we can't get... we'll have to rebuild Konoru. Well, we are going to check after this what her 6-star value is for health. So I am a little troubled. Yeah, very troubled about her health. But we have built all these guys really fast, so I am very happy about that. We shouldn't really have a problem until we get to around, like, my thought would be 14 with the way they're built right now. Yeah, we're moseying along here. It's a good thing we've got a solid, 2 champions over here. He'll round out into a solid champion. Like, these two will round out. He's actually pretty decent with the way he's built. Alright, so we should get to stage 7 today, I'm hoping. If my, pretty sure we get to stage 7 today. I think we have enough keys to get to stage 7. Now let's hope we can get a 3-star on stage 7 here. Yeah, a little worried about her here. Yeah, a little worried about her. But yeah, if we can sit this boss down, then we should be in good shape here. Ooh, nice. Sit down. All right, good work. Yeah, we're heavily relying on Ninja here to just go crazy. All right, so we're lacking 1 key. All right, perfect. Actually, we'll be able to get a lot further because we should be able to get another 6 keys. Is that right? Yeah, how do we get another 6 keys? Ooh, nice. Collect. Ooh, yeah. Alright, let's see. I think it's Tag Team Arena to collect more. Oh, 1 more tag, okay. Let's get that done. Man, this is such a terrible game mode. Okay, let's see if we can win. I don't know if we can here. This is going to be a tough one. Yeah, you know what I really need here? I need some books on Torment. Just give him more of a chance to freeze, which would be nice. All right. Hey, we got Arbiter to use her revive ability on 1 person, so that's really good. Unkillable. Goodness gracious with the unkillables. Holy goodness, what the bleeping bleep. At least she's frozen. All right, there we go. Come on. At least she's frozen here, so that's good. All right, so this should be the end for her. Good. Well, that was kind of scary. Eee. Well, can we get a big hit here somewhere? Ooh, nice hit. Ooh, yeah, sit down. All right, let's see if the big team can get it done. Yeah, we don't have a reviver here on the other team, so sit down. Nice. A 30 piece. Booyah. All right, reward complete. Let's get another 6. Let's get into Shadowkin. Now, funny thing is Shadowkin's open by itself. So I wonder if they're to keep, where they have 3 going off at once on some days while the Shadowkin's by itself. That should be interesting. All right, so stage 8. Let's see if we can keep getting 3 stars here. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Booyah. Alright, so we're gonna have 2 more of these. Actually, I think the next one's a 3 piece, so we'll get those 2 done. Ooh. Alright, let's go, let's go. I gotta say, building these guys at speed just makes so much more sense. I'm very glad that I have, started to save up high speed. Well, everything with speed on it just makes it so much easier to build these guys. Now, still need really good gear, really good other slots or substats in those gear, but having speed is amazing. All right, so we were right. Last one's 3. This kind of works perfectly. We are going to start to face some stiffer competition here now. But the main thing is going to be getting rid of them before they can attack Konoru. Let's see. All right, sit down. All right, perfect. Let's keep going. On. Okay, we got a shield out, so that's good. Ah, that's it. Ooh, yeah. Right. Hey, so up to stage 10, we are rocking and rolling here. I guess the main thing for us is get these guys fully ascended, get her some better HP, and yeah, go from there. All right, I guess we'll be back. Shadowkin will return. But yeah, Ninja's a hard carry here. Taragi, it's actually good that we have Taragi built out, because he's actually doing pretty well too. All right, we are deep in it. We're going to go from stage 1 to stage 70 on the Doom Tower. All right, we are starting here. Let's take a look at the champions. And yeah, we'll go from there. All right, so Tatura Ram High. This is, I guess, the fusion champion before the one we're in right now. Solar Ray attacks on enemy, 80% chance. well, 100% chance of decreased accuracy. He's going to use that a lot. That's going to be really good for us. We then have place block debuffs and 60% increased defense on all allies for 2 turns. It's amazing. 3-turn cooldown. We then have Otherworld Breach. Attacks all enemies. Place a perfect veil buff on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. Also place a shield buff on this champion for 2 turns equal to 20% of the damage inflicted. We've got the cooldown of 4. A little bit more damage in there. When attacked, reflects 30% of the damage this champion receives back to the attacker. Also has a 30% chance of placing a freeze debuff on the attacker for 1 turn. That is going to come in very handy when we get into the higher levels and they got some like crazy defense. Like very, very handy. And then he's going to be our lead right here. So increase ally defense in Doom Tower battles by 35%. Now, normally we'd have had Sigmund as the 40% lead, but since we got Lydia's going to do. Actually, let's take a look at the stats. So Lydia is going to do the strengthen, the decreased defense, and weaken. So it's pretty good on that end. We got really good stats on this guy. Main thing we really need for this guy is to get him up to like 230 speed. But for right now, yeah, he's fine where he is. Because he's really the only slow person on this team. Alright, next up, under Priest Brogni. Literally one of the best champions there is. Under Priest Brogni. We know his skills here, but just in case you don't, attacks one enemy. Right now, booked, he's got a 55% chance of placing HP burn debuff for 2 turns. I should get that last book in him. I don't need it, but I should get it. 60% is better than 55. We've got attacks all enemies, has a 100% chance when booked of removing 1 random buff from all enemies, 100% chance of removing 1 random debuff from all allies. A lot of people forget that he has a removal on his skill. Increases the value of shield buffs on all allies by 30% of the damage inflicted. Most people pay attention to that, but I very much pay attention to these two here because that's what makes him so good. So good. And he's amazing. 3-turn cooldown. So yeah, it's about him being fast. Place a block debuffs. Increase attack 50% on all allies for 2 turns. Also place a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns equal to 30% of this champion's max HP. Shield buff cannot be removed. 3-turn cooldown. Alright, so we brought him back to like a hybrid build. He's not all the way where he used to be when I first got him, which was in that 70 to 80,000. Actually, he was at 80,000 HP. We brought him down to about 40 to 50,000, and then we pumped up his defense. He was pretty good then. For clan boss, then we kind of built him up on the speed. Brought back his attack brought down his attack to about 26. He was at 3,100. And then we brought down his crit damage just a little bit. Wish it was higher, wish we had the gear for it, but we don't right now. So we got a decent amount of resist and accuracy to land, hopefully, some skills. All right. Lydia, well, we all know how hard, if you've been watching my videos for any length of time, we went hard for her for a couple months there, and she is fantastic. I'm really glad we got her before the Shadowkin Crypt, because I have a feeling once we get to those higher levels, it's going to be a little harder, and we will have to build some people out. Alright, so attacks one enemy has a 100% chance when booked, which she is. We saved books for her. Placing a fear debuff for 1 turn has a 100% chance, because we booked her, of increasing the duration of any poison sensitivity buffs by 1 turn. Passive effect attacks enemy champions with this skill whenever they place a freeze, stun, fear, true fear, or petrification debuff on an ally, and it's really good. She has lots of chances to do fear, so she's like a control goddess, essentially, much like Countess Lix. The number of attacks increased according to how many debuffs are placed at that time. One attack for each freeze, stun, fear, true fear, or petrification debuff placed. The first attack will target the attacker, while all extra hits will attack random enemies. Can only attack each enemy once. It's too bad that last piece is there because she could go a lot there if they didn't put that last piece. Alright, attacks all enemies has a 100% chance when booked on a 3-turn cooldown of placing a 60% decrease defense and weaken for 2 turns. Also place a 25% strengthen and increase speed buff on all allies for 2 turns. So she's gonna have everybody rolling really fast. And yeah, you can't go wrong. If you don't have her, get her now. Focus on Faction Wars, peeps. Attacks one enemy 2 times. First hit has a 100% chance when booked on a 3-turn cooldown of placing a 25% poison debuff for 2 turns. Second hit has a 100% chance when booked of placing a block buffs and block active skills debuff for 2 turns. You cannot go wrong. Alright, so she is stat hungry for sure. Now this is the cool one here. Denies enemy revive attempts. This works even if this champion is dead. If this champion is alive when an enemy is denied, revives all dead allies with 50% HP and 50% turn meter. Grants an extra turn instead if there are no dead allies. If this champion is dead when an enemy revive is denied, revives this champion with 50% HP and 50% turn meter. This skill will ignore block revive. 7-turn cooldown. Wish that was a little less, but yeah, she's already crazy powerful. Increases ally resistance in all arena battles by 100%. We don't use that, but I mean, maybe we'll find a way to use it at some point. Alright, let's take a look at the stats. Ooh, nice. Nice. Really nice. She's a clan boss champion. She enabled me to go 2 for 1 on the clan boss team here, which really helps stabilize my builds. Now, yeah, I just need Valkyrie, kind of finish it off, get that 1 key. Right now, we're trending 2 key Ultra Nightmare, 1 key Nightmare, 1 key Brutal, actually 1 key everything else. But yeah, it's great. Alright, so crit rate's nice and high, got a decent amount of crit damage, really good resistance and accuracy. Once resistance is pumped up on Void for the Great Hall, we will have really close to 300 resist as well, so she's really going to be stacked. We got some of the best gear on her. Alright, under Iron Brago here, Molten Pummeling. Attacks when enemy has a 20% chance, booked up to 30% of decreasing the duration of all buffs by 1 turn. This is also important. A lot of people don't realize that he has this, so he can strip buffs. It's quite amazing. Defensive based champion as well. Fearless Charge places 60% increased defense buff on all allies for 3 turns and attacks one enemy. Has a 100% chance when booked of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn. Has a 100% chance of stun debuff for 2 turns instead if the target is under 2 or more buffs. That's actually kind of amazing. 3-turn cooldown there. Alright, next up, Battlestorm. Attacks all enemies. Has a 50 booked up to 75% chance of placing a provoke debuff for 1 turn. Also place a 50% decrease attack debuff on all enemies for 2 turns if Iron Brago goes under an increased defense debuff, which we get from Fearless Charge. Alright, so like his skills just work in conjunction. You hit him with the stun, bring this in, decrease attack, and then you go to this one, you're rocking and rolling. Increase the defense on all allies by 10% of this champion's defense. This is why Iron Brago is one of the best champions in this game and totally changed my account when I fused him. We then have increased ally defense in Doom Tower battles by 34%. So that's why we have Tatura Ramhide as the lead, because he does 35 We'll get an extra 35% off of this value here, which means this value is going to be higher as well. I know, just rocking and rolling. All right, so really good HP now. I wish I had 1,000 more defense on him. I just don't have the gear for it. But if I did, I'd put another 1,000 defense on him while maintaining this speed. This is a clan boss speed, so that's why he's a little low for where I would want him to be, but this is a perfect clan boss speed. Wish crit rate was at 100 so he could consistently hit his crit, but he's pretty good on that end. We will get a little bit more crit damage and resistance on him once we do out the Great Hall. But for right now, we got a good crap ton of accuracy, and we should be rocking and rolling. All right, last but not least, Godseeker and Neri, who we just got. Okay, we just pulled her during an event. Ooh, she could use a few extra books heal. So we got attacks one enemy. It heals the ally with the lowest HP by 5% of their max HP. Cannot heal this champion, so that's unfortunate. She is defense based. You know how I love my sustain teams, guys. Build defensive champions. It cannot hurt. Attacks all enemies, heals all allies by 15% of their max HP. Then decreases the duration of all buffs on all enemies by 1 turn and increases the duration of all buffs on all allies by 1 turn. 3-turn cooldown instead of a 4. We've got a plus 20% heal. You gotta get another 2 per, about another 3% on that. So this will be healing at 18% of their max HP. So that's kind of cool. And then revives a dead ally with 50% HP, then fills their turn meter by 50% and resets the cooldown on all their skills. 4-turn cooldown when fully booked. Passive effect is increase the amount of healing allies receive by 10%. If an ally is about to get killed by a fatal hit, preempts that hit and instantly places a revive on death buff on them for 1 turn before the damage is taken. It's amazing. Here. That's why I got her. She's basically an upgraded version, for heals at least, of Sandlash Survivor. Haven't figured out how to get her. Yeah, haven't figured out how to properly put her into my clan boss team. She does work well in 2 setups. One where she just replaces Sandlash, and then one where she's with Sandlash. But yeah, let's get this started. Alright, so lower levels aren't going to be so hard, but they are still pretty tanky. So this is going to give you a good look at how the team is going to rock and roll here. Alright. Yeah, with the amount of defensive champions we have in here, you know, we should definitely be smacking. I guess one thing I'm going to look out for here as well. So that was his A1. I want to see Iron Brago's A1 versus Tatura Ramhide's A1. Let's see how this goes. And then his AoE versus AoE as well. We got 30,000 on the A1. Holy crap, that was 64,000. Holy goodness. Tatura Ramhide's got some... can hit. Yeah, he can hit really hard too. He hits harder than Iron Brago. Wow. All right, so he did 16 to 24,000 there. Let's see what Iron Brago does. Well, it's not going to do it now, but we'll take a look at that on the stage 2 there. Yeah, they have very similar stats here. Let's go take another look at it. Yeah, He's got more crit damage though, by about 15. That's 18 actually. Makes a difference, I guess. Alright, let's see. Ooh, my goodness. 53 to 60 something? 63. Oh no, I missed that. Alright, we'll have to check that again here. Okay, Iron Brago did not hit anywhere near as hard as Tatura Ramhide. Okay, his multipliers must be better than Iron Brago's. It's the only thing I can think of. Well, now we're going to check that. Alright, Tatura Ramhide. Let's see. Okay, let's see. 3.8 damage multiplier on the A1. And then 4.2 on the A3 for Tatura Ramhide. So 3.8 and 4.2. Let's see what Iron Brago is rocking and rolling with. Alright, so Iron Brogni is 3.6, 5.1 on Fearless Charge, and 3.7 on Battlestorm. So Tatura Ramhide is actually doing a better damage job than Iron Brago is. Well, that's fascinating. Yeah, that is fascinating. Quite a bit better as well. That's kind of, wow, exciting and interesting all at the same time. Yeah, I wonder if he could go into a clan boss team. No, he only does like a 2-turn increased defense, where Iron Brago does a 3-turn increased defense. Now with the extension, I don't see that being too much of an issue with the extension. Yeah, if we set it up right, plus if we get the oh my goodness, 15% damage reduction from Tatura Ramhide's Veil skill, that would help quite a bit. And the decreased accuracy on the A1. Now block debuffs would be more consistent because we'd have him and Under Priest Brogni. And then, but his cooldown on his block debuffs and increased defense is 5 turns. No, it's 3 turns. See, that kind of works. Ooh, I might have to try Tatura Ramhide in the clan boss. Now, we won't have as much defense as we would have with Iron Brago. Yeah, we won't have as much defense as we would have with Iron Brago in there. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I wonder if instead of worrying about... Yeah, instead of worrying about kinda... Yeah, I don't know there. We'd have to make him a lot faster though. That might lose some of his damage potential. I like him kind of how he is. He's good for the Doom Tower. But there is something where you could bring him into the clan boss pretty effective. Yeah, it's a good thing we got him because he's a good champion. He's definitely allowed me to be more consistent. You just saw the freeze go off there. Yeah, he allows him to be a way more consistent, which is nice. Here in terms of the clan boss, sorry, in terms of Doom Tower here. And I do love his passive ability to control the fight by taking hits and freezing people. It's like a better version of Torment. And it really changes the battle because yeah, taking a hit and then giving out a CC is really nice. And then if he does have the shield on, he reflects damage from under Priest Brogni. If he doesn't have the shield on, he reflects his damage. Kind of neat either which way. You just see that played out just there when he got hit by Faceless. By the two Faceless, I should say. One he had the shield, one he didn't have the shield. He reflected damage either which way. There you go, you can see him reflecting damage. He was just brought back by Godseeker and Eerie. That was interesting. I'm going a little slower than the first time through. All right, we're rocking and rolling. The stages I'm really looking out for are the ones where we have Sifi and Rotos. That's going to be into the 60s, I believe. And then in the 70s, we're going to face... actually, I believe somewhere in the 40s, we'll face some... What are their names? Oh, the other version of this guy. Oh my goodness, he's like the bane of my existence for me. Oh man. Yeah, there's something messing with me right now. Oh my goodness, what is his name? That's gonna drive me up the wall. Mortu Macabre. Yeah, Mortu Macabre. So when we face him, we're gonna have to look out for that guy. We should have enough CC now that we're able to kind of take care of that guy. Yeah, between the fears, block buffs, and the provoke, should have enough. Even the freeze, we definitely should have enough CC. And then yeah, decreased defense and weaken definitely helps when we're smacking these guys. Oh man, these bombs put out block damage. Just make it take longer, will ya? Come on. Man, the block debuffs really comes in handy here between Under Priest Brogni and Tatura Ramhide. Alright, we do have Crypt King. We're going to have to get him fired up at some point. He's at 60. Just haven't started. We haven't ascended him yet. And we haven't put any gear on him yet either. We should put some gear on him. But yeah, we have to do the Shadowkin guys first. still rocking and rolling here. Oh man, these guys are just making it longer. They're just delaying the inevitable here. Yeah, just delaying the inevitable. Let's see. But yeah, this is where it comes, like going faster comes in really nice. Because we're able to just, you know, rotate through our abilities, really go pretty fast. And then having the buff extender just leaves all those buffs up quite a bit longer than they normally would be up in a fight like this that gets extended. Iron Brago put some work in. Alright, not super concerned about anybody here. If I was going faster, I would be concerned about the Lanicus the Chosen there, the two of them. So they could really cause me issues with the ally attack. But we're able to go first, we're able to put some CC on these guys. Or ladies, I guess, here. And then just really mess up their flow. Man, I am just thoroughly impressed with Tatura Ramhide there. Thoroughly impressed with her. With him. Is it her or him? I'm gonna say him. Yeah, it's nice to have the Veil. Just that extra 15% damage reduction is nice. We're not taking as many heavy hits. You can kind of get them to focus the attack on just one guy. Alright, rocking and rolling. Yeah, everything's taking a little longer. Now we could, you know, put in more of a damage dealer for a God Seeker. But basically I'm trying to get this team... Yeah, trying to get this team like kind of situated here, kind of look, see if I need to program them for skills or if I can just leave them. If I have to manuals, you know, see kind of what rolls, how things roll together, how things feel together. So that's the main thing for me here in keeping Godseeker in on the lower stages, even though she doesn't hit as hard as some of the others on the team. But we will need her on the bigger level, so test her out. Yeah, always good to test out in the lower levels if we can. Alright, so we gotta deal with a lot of counterattacks here. It's kind of annoying actually. But luckily we've got Veil. They're just going to keep going for Tatura Ramhide, in which case they're going to be killing themselves. Alright, good. Now, at this point, Doom Tower normal was really exceptionally easy here, which is good. That's what we want. We want to be able to rock and roll through all of those kind of every month here without fail. And then the hope for Doom Tower hard is to have a really steady, consistent team. Because, yeah, that's really the only thing that's going to get me through to the end. I believe I could beat all the bosses on this particular iteration of Doom Tower. But the main thing is just going to be getting through the waves here. So those Mortu Macabres, those Sifi and Rotoses, even the one where it has the doubles. Oh. Trying to remember the name right now. The double Smash Lords, yeah. The double Smash Lords. That's going to be a difficult one. That's where I got locked up last time we were playing this. So we're going to see if we can get by that one. Pretty sure we can get by the Sifi and Rotoses with the way that we are set up. But it will be a grind on those levels for sure. It's not going to be a smack. All right. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Rocking, rocking, and rocking. Definitely a good way to be for sure. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, Magma, Dragon. Let's see if we can get a better turn ratio. We do have a Sigmund the High Shield in here now, 40%, increase in the battles. So we might as well take a look here. Take a look at his stats. Some really good stats are good on here. We could get him faster. Yeah, speed is king. All right, so he's got provokes, and then we've got our two supports here. So let's actually, yeah, we might as well show stats here. Burst off the Grim, high HP champion. Just really built how I want him to be built. He's really solid, actually. I don't know why anyone thought he was a bad champion. So we know how Under Priest Brogni is rolling here, but here's another look at him. We're gonna have Scylla the Drakes. Yeah, she's nice. She is nice. And then we got Madame Cerise. She could use a re-kit, but I think she's actually really well built. She could use a little bit more speed though. All right. Let's get it. All right, let's see. Basically, we're just gearing this team up to see if it can do the higher levels of the Doom Tower. Here, make sure we got the provokes out. Make sure we can take some hits here. And yeah, we can't bring in our normal like guys like Under Priest Brogni because he has the HP burn on his A1. And that causes the dragon to have a continuous heal. Yeah, we could bring in a guy like Taragi the Frog if we needed to. If we were seeing, hey, you know, it's really, we're having issues. We could bring in Lydia the Death Siren in here as well. And we might see her, you know, higher up in the Doom Tower. Just because she can put decreased defense and weaken out. So that's kind of nice there as well. Yeah, we're rocking and rolling here. right. Yes. Go, go, go. All right. So solid team. Could this team do well in the upper reaches? Yes, it could. We've got all the basis of it. We might end up changing up my damn series there for um, Lydia the Death Siren, most likely as we get further up. All right, let's do secret room number 1 here. We already did this, so here's a team that we're using. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Let's see. Wait, what? Seer died? Ah, dang it. Seer. Come on, Seer. Well, luckily we got 2 revivers on this team. Wait, how come they haven't revived her? Wait, did she get blocked? Oh my goodness. Okay, no, she didn't. Well, that could have went terribly wrong if she got blocked revived. Yeah, this is why I don't use Seer in the hard Doom Tower, because she's kind of squishy. I probably do have the gear on someone to make her really good. At some point, I will rebuild her. But I really think she needs like a renegade or something with her. Just with the way that she's like, the way her kit is, I should say. Yeah, at some point, I will get renegade fired up at some point, and we'll, so I think I have 2 renegades now. I think we'll get renegade fired up, maybe 2 of them, and then we'll just like do some cracking. The renegade's gonna have to be really fast. All right. Let's go. All right. Good job. All right. So we are here, stage 11. Taking a look at the team. Let's get it started. All right, so Kale usually hits pretty hard, but he's gonna really just kill himself. So that's a good thing. While getting our damage reductions from Tatura Ramhide and the strengthen from Lydia. Trying to see. I don't know if we're going 2 for 1. I have to try to count. It's hard to tell. We definitely are going pretty fast, though. At least 3 for 2. Okay, Lydia's almost going 2 for 1. And it's definitely a 3 for 2 situation. At the very least. All right. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, we're rocking and rolling here. Do gotta watch out for the Tamilas, I believe. Okay, so nothing to worry about there. We're really happy about that. All right. So they're going to have some equalization if we allow them of their health, which we didn't. Perfect. Mystic Hand, I believe his name was. I'm glad we put an end to that, because that kind of would have sucked if we had to take some extra turns there. Okay, gotta get these unkillables off. There we go, die. And, oh, come on. Just take your turn already. There we go, die. Alright, that's not Tamila, that's gotta be Painkeeper. I think that's Painkeeper. I think that's Painkeeper. Ooh, denying some deaths. I like that. All right. Yep, definitely Painkeeper. All right. Seen enough of those spectacular sweeps to know that's Painkeeper for sure. Right. Man, that death like hit is kind of interesting before he revives. But you could do something with that where he's like smacking, dying, getting back up. You heal him, smacks, dies. I bet someone has a strategy like that. Or has at least tried it out. That's something I would try it if I had unlimited funds. Without a doubt. All right, let's keep going. Let's see. It's a good thing we had the block buffs out, because those would have been a boatload of poisons there. I believe that's Flesh Terror, if I'm not mistaken. right, let's see. All right. This one wasn't too difficult here. Yeah, it wasn't too difficult there. Alright, so Tatura Ramhide is still very impressive here, I do have to say. Now this team's kind of put together to like kind of defeat pretty much anybody. All right. Yeah, rocking and rolling. Rocking and rolling. Alright, so they did a good job here. Yeah, always got to be concerned when kills around. That guy smacks, but luckily with our 2 reflect damage champions here, and then all the damage reduction techniques we have, we're rolling pretty good there. Yeah, so okay, we got a faceless here we got to worry about. Well, I guess not anymore. Who's this cool looking guy? Yeah, he looks really cool. He did look really cool, I do have to say. Alright, so faceless, 2 faceless here. Who can ignore defense, but would get a pretty good smack himself, which he did. That's why we have Godseeker in here, just in case he's able to take down one of our champions. She can pick him right back up. All right. Okay, so we got to worry about this lady, because she can smack. One of her abilities can smack. I'm glad that we've frozen faceless here. Makes things a little easier. Don't have to take 2 of his hits. There we go. Booyah. Very, very good in the Doom Tower. Alright, let's see. Yeah, no one really to worry about here on this first level. The main thing here is going to be, what do we have in store in the next one? And I love seeing these people get frozen. It's almost as good as like when someone attacks me and dies because of reflect damage. But yeah, that freeze really helps control the flow of the battle. Especially if people have like multiple hits, like Kale there, or Kyle. Right, really controls the battle. And then we got fears, we got provokes, and it's a really good control team along with sustains. You kind of can't go wrong with this particular team. All right. All right, let's see. All right, so we're still facing some pretty weak teams here, but the main thing is getting through the varying synergies that these teams have. So whether it's counterattacks, whether it's, big hitters, block damage, whatever it happens to be, building a team that can get through any situation on auto is really what it's at, right? Because we don't really want we really don't want that to be the case there. This is interesting. Like three champions that can put up counterattacks plus. Yeah, this is an interesting. It's an interesting battle. I mean, we'll win it, but very interesting battle. Just like more of a stall tactic than anything with this particular team. It is very interesting that they have a team like that. This team could certainly like kill lesser teams, that's for sure. If your team wasn't sturdy. So yeah, bring in a sturdy team that can handle some hits. It's definitely the way you want to go. Alright, so they are doing pretty well here. I'm pretty impressed with how much they're making us, how many turns they're taking us to do this for the team that's across from us. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, so we do gotta watch out for these three ladies. Yeah. Yeah, we do gotta watch out for those ladies. So if we can get them under control, we should be. All right. Okay. All right. Hey man, it's great when you can see these guys. All right, you got her. Yeah, you got her all frozen up. Then you can just take pot shots at her until she dies, or take out her team members. Either which way, we're winning. And that's really what we want to happen. It's a good thing we don't have to face a Tatura Ramhide in the Doom Tower, because that'd be actually rather difficult. Okay. So we're kind of controlling the flow of battle here. We do have some dangerous debuffs on us, but luckily no one who can take advantage of them anymore. Booyah. Alright, so thought that would have been harder than it was, just longer than I thought it would take, but apparently it's our best time and our best turn count, so never mind. Alright, so what do we got here? We got Nether Spider. We always gotta be worried about her. We've got an interesting team put together here. Not the team I would normally put together. I'd probably want to put, and we probably will do this in the higher levels where we put Doom Priest in instead of this gentleman here. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Oh, let's take a look at the stats real quick. Not too bad. Not too bad. Good speed, all that good stuff. Good. We looked at Sigma High Shield here. No, not too bad. Hey, stop the video if you need. If I'm going too fast here. You got Under Priest, Brogni. Yeah, built really well, really solid. You know, high crit rate, high defense and attack. We got to really build him with really good stats all the way across the board because he needs everything. I think he's the only champion I've found who needs every single stat. Let's see. Okay, not bad. He could use some more defense and a bit more HP. If we got that up to like 100 grand, that'd be great. He'd be putting 10k heals across the board every single time. Because of this, heals all allies by 10% at max HP when he inflicts a critical hit. So that would be really, really good to put in. We got 102 crit rate there. All right, so let's get this fired up. this should be a pretty easy run here. All right, so let's take a look. All right, we're doing pretty good here. Nothing really to worry about. Ooh, until we take a big hit like that. So that's why we have the unkillable Malga Steel Girdle in here right now. All right. All right, so they're rocking and rolling here. And he is taking quite a few hits and dying quite a bit. This is probably why Doom Priest would be better in here than Brask. Not super concerned that we're gonna lose, but yeah, I don't like seeing Drexar go down like that. He is going down quite a bit. Yeah, it'd almost be better to have the... Yeah, much better actually to have the skills, the debuffs be taken off than have the heals in this particular case. Yeah, I think that's the way to go here with this one. Yeah, it's kind of annoying having him die quite a bit. And then, yeah, having all these debuffs on is very dangerous to our beating this on the regular. Yeah, this team won't work higher up in the Doom Tower, so we will bring Doom Priest in here in the next iteration of the Nether Spider. We'll bring her in here for Brask. All right, almost done here. All right, a few more hits here and we will be finished this stage. Okay. Right, so we're finished the rock and roll just about. HP burn is key, and we are done. All right, really good rolls. Definitely bringing in Doom Priest next time. All right, so yeah, just had something come up here, guys. I am going to step out for about an hour and a half. We should be back around 1 p.m. and we'll finish up the Doom Tower. You guys have a fantastic day. We'll see you in an hour and a half. And let's chat then.